Good morning. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Sound like I need some water. Whenever it is that you are watching the broadcast. Hello, 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 beloved. For those of you who will be on live, let's play, let's play, let's play, let's play. For those who will hashtag it and replay it. Yes, 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 and yes. And for those who will be on, I don't know you on, I might not never know you on. I get that. Do what you do, what works for you. And for those who will be used from Papa, by Papa, somewhere down the road when I need it, I appreciate you for that as well. So, let's see what we're doing here today. Morning, Dorian. Good morning. Welcome, welcome. Good morning and welcome. So we're talking about the notion. Yesterday we talked about the idea that life is supporting us. Life is in support of us. Life is in support of us. And today we're talking about the notion that things are always working out for me. Good morning, Letitia. Good morning, dear. That things are always working out for me. Life is in support of us. Good morning, Sherry Naylor. Good morning. Right? So when we think about what we claim, what we declare, what we speak into existence, what are you speaking about your life? Right? What are you speaking into existence about your life, about where you are? What are you saying? Do you see? Because it matters. And we may have challenges. We will have challenges. That is the way life is that we will indeed have challenges. But my question would be, what are you speaking to you about you? What are you speaking about your life? What are you calling forward to you from the way that you are describing your life? What are you calling forth to you? And so for me, trying to see if I can find yesterday's. For me, it's this idea that uh, life is always working out, right? Life is always working out for me. Things are always working out for me. That doesn't mean that things always go the way I want them to. But ultimately, right, all things work together for the good of those who love the Lord and are the called according to his purpose. Life is in support of you. And is what I said. Life is in support of you. What do you choose to believe? Life is in support of you. What do you choose to believe? And so another way of saying it is things are working out for me. What do you choose to say? What do you choose to believe? How do you choose to declare about your days? Because this is you speaking into the kind of day you want to have, the kind of moments you want to experience, the kind of life you desire to have. I think I shared my song yesterday when I was, I love this life of mine. 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 I love it. 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 I love this life of mine. So that little tune came up as I was walking yesterday from my cousin's hotel back to my hotel or Sunday. And I just was really so grateful. So grateful. One, that I have the freedom to kind of just move to the beat of my own drum, to the rhythm of my own drum, that I'm the kind of person that I could do it with a crowd of 1,000, or I could do it with the crowd of me, myself, and I. And I'm just as content either way. I'm grateful that I could not even hesitate to think that I'm gonna walk 3 hotels over and 3 hotels back. Like there was no option. It's walking distance, and my walking distance is some people's driving distance. I'm grateful that's even a possibility. And the sun was shining, and there was opportunities and choices. Like there was no question as to whether or not I was going to do what it is that worked for me that I wanted to do. I just was loving the space in the moment. And I often utter, I love this life of mine. I often utter that, right? But uh, but in that moment, the idea that um the idea that I love this life of mine just came out in a different way. So I got a little jingle out of it. What's your song? What's your song that comes from your soul to you? What's your song that speaks to your soul? What's your song that says to you, I love you, one. I love how you show up in the world. I love the way that you live life. Right? Again, that doesn't mean that everything's perfect. I've got stuff to work on, y'all, for real. Always do, always have, always will, I'm sure, because that's what life does. But to say I love this life of mine is really an understatement. I'm so very grateful for the opportunities and the options and the possibilities that exist. Uh, the year is half over, right? We are nearing the end of June, which means we have 6 months left in 2023. So what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Do you want to get down? What you gonna do? Judith, good morning, Judith. Welcome. Get down on it. So what you gonna do? You got half of the year, like we're entering into the third quarter, beloved. The third. We are entering into the third quarter. So what are you gonna do? Right? Things are working out for me. Things are always working out for me. Things are working out for you. They are working out for you. They are. So, and so when you think about the different directions that we can lean into as far as our energy, our attention, the different directions that we can focus on, when we think about that, this idea that things are always working out for me. Always. They're always working out for me, right? I can say that, or I can say, this is a problem, that is a problem. Man, no, things don't ever go right. So which way do we want to go? We can lean into things are always working out for me. And then our brain is like, okay, they are. Let me show you how they are. This work, 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 this work. Or we can say, man, things don't ever work out, right? And then it's like, okay, let me show you how. This don't, 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 this don't. The brain doesn't care what information you give it. It's going to give you the proof to the information. It's not discerning at all. It's like, oh, she says it never works out. Let me show her how it never works out. She says it always works out. Let me show her how it always works out. That's called the reticular activating system, RAS. In case you don't know, now you know it. In case you don't know, now you know it. The reticular activating system. Yes, 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 and yes. Okay. So it's there to give you more of what you tell it is important. So what's important to you? What's important to you? What's important to you? Whatever you say is important to you, then you have more of it available for you, right? Simply because of the way that the brain works. So I want to invite us, because what's important to me is that we spread more love in the world. So let's do that right now. Why don't we? Spread more love in the world. Here is the love that we are spreading in the world. More love, please. So let's go to more love, please. Click on that. It'll take you to Let's Be in Action. And the way that you do that is you go to drcatherineejames.com. In order to get there, 3 ways to be in act, 2 ways. And make a personal commitment to love yourself more. And that will automatically add more love wherever you go, beloved. Become a supporter with a recurring monthly contribution of $13, $13, 10 and a 3 or 7 and a 6, or so many ways we can get to 13. And or sponsor an episode of For the Love of It for $150. More Love, Please is a movement. It's a movement, y'all. It is a movement. And you are invited to sponsor. Just click on Add to the Cart. And that will help to add more love in the world. Tanya, good morning, sis. Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you. So you are invited to be a part of the journey, to be a part of the More Love Please movement. If you haven't joined, you are invited to join. So, I think I'm still sleepy. My brain feels like it's going slow this morning. Yes, 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 and yes. So join the movement, and things are always working out for me. Are things working out for you? Things are always, wherever you put your energy, you're going to get more of it. Wherever you focus your attention, it is going to grow, beloved. That's just the way we design. You can't get away from it. Can't get away from it. Even if you say, I'm not going to look at that. I'm not going to look at that. I'm not going to look at that. Yes, you are. Just don't say you're not going to look at that. Say what you're going to do. Because whatever you say, even if you say not, the brain hears the subject. It doesn't hear the not. You got to lean into the area, the direction that you want to go into, so that that's what you get more of. If you go into that direction. So, I keep losing my train of thought. Oh, I don't know. Y'all know me. It's the same conversation. Lean into the dream that Papa dreamed for you. Please do. Please lean into the dream. Don't be afraid. Don't think it's not possible. Don't think. Just lean. Go as far as you can go. Do as much as you can do. Go as often as you can. Just lean. Just by all means, lean into the dream. By all means, do whatever is necessary to lean into the dream. Like the TED Talk is done and over. Now it's just more. But we've done it because we've leaned into the dream that Papa had for us. It was an amazing experience. Like I went to another level of using my gift of conversation, life-giving conversation. I'm never going to engage, especially from the stage, but not even from my own personal stage of life, in conversation that's not life-giving. I'm not interested. I'm just simply not interested in having conversations that are not life-giving with anyone. With anyone. I don't want to do it. I'm not going to do it. Time and energy and all of that is too precious. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, honey. It's all too precious to use. If I've got something to deal with, go deal with it. But don't use my time and energy and space on conversations, because I've been created to curate, to foster, to develop, to create life-giving conversations. Yep, I have been. That's why I had to become a girl half full kind of person. Half full, glass half full, glass half full. I had to become her in order to live this life of life-giving conversations. I wasn't naturally her just because of growing up kind of the way that we did. But I had to become her to fulfill my heart's cry. So you might not have what you think you needed at the beginning. Go get it. Make yourself available for it. Don't spend time talking about what you didn't have, what they didn't do, who shot John, and why you not there because John was shot and this, that, and the other. What? So you're going to let that stop you from today? You're going to let that from the past stop you from being available today? You're going to let that which happened, whether you did it or they did it, don't matter. But that back then that don't exist right now is going to stop you from the amazing opportunity that you have today? Really? Why? I don't think so. Choose, 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 choose powerfully, choose freedom, choose joy, choose to detangle yourself, choose to get up, choose to walk forward, choose to forgive, choose to believe, choose to hope, choose to try it again, choose to envision, choose to dream, choose to be in action, choose you, choose love, choose freedom, choose hope, choose peace, choose power, empowerment, abundance, prosperity, choose but not, what is the word? Choose adventure, choose fun, choose joy, choose happiness, choose grace, choose intrigue, curiosity, choose to go in the door through the window, choose to press in, choose to lean into the dream, choose ye this day who you will serve. As for me and my house, we gonna serve the Lord. We gonna do a co-creative dance with Papa. We gonna spend time with Papa and say, what next, Papa? What next? What next we doing? Because we having a blast. We having a ball. We having fun. What you want to do now, Papa? Where we going now? Who we talking to now? What stage we standing on next? What conversation we having next? What course we creating next? What book we writing next, Papa? This thing we doing is a ball. Where we going next? How we doing it next? Who we doing it with? Right? When we doing it, Papa? I'm ready. I'm bags packed, words available, belief intact, knowing, oh yeah, what we doing next, Papa? So, I got to be in a certain place to really hear what Papa got to say. So I got to make sure I discipline myself to get into that space consistently. Yes. What about you? What about you? What about you? Because whenever I'm talking, I am talking to me first, but I am inclusive of talking to you. So if I'm saying it to me, I'm saying it to you, boo. Yep, you. All right, beloved. At the moment that Abba gave us our breath, me and you know what we did. We forfeited, we relinquished, we gave up the right to not be amazing. You and I just simply don't have the right to not be amazing. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye for now.